Hey YouTube, Mike the Gambling Guy back at you. So I am still playing Hit and Run, but I am tweaking it a little bit. So we're actually going to make it a little bit safer and a little smaller bankroll. So how are we going to do that? Well, so instead of playing for 6 bets, 6 betting opportunities, we're going to do the 5 betting opportunities that the system is made for. Right? CinQue I is literally 5 in Italian. So we're literally just going to be going for 6 bets. So with that, let me go back to my lobby. I'm going to find a fresh table because this is looking for a banker table. Because remember, anytime you refresh this, it's either going to be saying banker or player. Because there is a random generator in this that's going to be saying one or the other. So again, you could be playing right next to somebody or sitting on the same table. Their app is calling for player. Yours is calling for banker. Let's just go ahead and jump into this one. It's got a, well, it's banker player. I don't want to get one that's too deep into it. Let's give this one a look. Banker, player, banker, player. All right, so now I'm on the banker. So again, it could have been banker or player. Now we're just going to watch here and see if my cheat says I won and my cheat does say that I won. So my goal is to get $50 or 10 units in each one of these buckets, right? So do that 10 times a day. Well, there's $500 a day, right? So what happens if you lose all these, right? So any session that you have that you lose 5 bets in a row, what do you do? Well, if I'm playing for $5 as I am, then my next bet will go up to $25. So try to do 5 times whatever your base bet is. If it's $1, you're going to go to $5. That way you can get all of your losses back within the next bucket, 10 to 12 units. And that'll get you right back up to where you're positive. You're up $50, and then you put that on your spreadsheet. Again, you get the spreadsheet on Rigel Castle Baccarat or RigelCastle.com. They provide the spreadsheet for free on that site. So let's go ahead and we're going to reset this, and we're just going to play towards a goal. If I end up getting 5 L's, then again, I just stay on this. I'll let this be my tracker, and here it's nice. Otherwise, I'd have to put that on my spreadsheet and say, okay, now we're in the recovery, and we're in the party pit, and we want to get that money back, right? So just increase your bet by 5-fold. Other than that, we're just going to keep playing hit and run until I get my $50, and then once I get close to that $50, then that bet either becomes just a regular martingale for a much smaller amount, because I'm really just trying to get right around that $50 mark. So how many times have you gotten the 5 L's, Mike? Well, my very first shoe today, I got it. Got into recovery, got out without any problem. One time out of the 14 shoes I played yesterday, I had it happen one time. And then the other day, out of 18 shoes that I played, it happened 3 times. Luckily, it wasn't 3 times that were close together, because that's where you're going to get whacked, right? So I had 3 shoes out of 18, but each one of those, I successfully climbed through and marked down my $50 goal on every one of those. So that's, again, that's my goal. So your goal could be for playing for dollars, $10. Do that 10 times a day. You got $100 a day until you're growing that bankroll, right? Got to grow that bankroll, and without putting it at too much risk. So too much talking, Mike. Let's go find another table. I want to do a slow table. So this is calling for a banker table. Let's see how far this one is. This one might be a little long in the tooth. Banker, player, banker, player. All right, waiting on this result. Banker. So it's also, again, saying banker. Sometimes it lines up, sometimes it doesn't. Again, I just trust it. Give it 5 bets, and we're good to go. There. Thank you. Watching my cheat there that I was going to win. I did. So because this is still relatively flat, let's see if it's going to come back with a banker or player. So I can go banker, player, banker, banker. Now, if it does go up here to a 3rd banker, I'll just go find a table. I just find I get into trouble or I have gotten into trouble when it goes to the third. So I'd rather just keep it at a flat. And it went to player, so we're going to stay here. Doesn't mean that it won't win. It just means I don't like having to use more than maybe 1 or 2 or 3 bullets. I don't like getting close to the 5 bullet mark. Yeah, I make more money, but that's not the point. I like to just get my wins. There, we got the tie, so we're going to replace that $5 bet. Oh no, the cut card. They're already at 61 hands. They've got a cut card. And we take a loss. Oh, that's not good. Well, that's not good at all. So that actually put me into the second bet position. That's where, Mike, you need to pay more attention when you're coming into the shoe. I can't believe they already had a cut card at 61. 61 hands, they already had a cut card. That is crazy. I'm just gonna start all over again. We're gonna pretend like that last win never happened. It's not the last loss didn't happen. This one's not that long. Player, banker, player. You can see I just took that long strip. I just hit that with a hammer. We just popped that down to be a flat shoe. That's all that happened right there. And yeah, could I start back at that $15 bet? Absolutely, I could. If I want to waste a bullet, I don't waste a bullet. I can make up another unit. Not going to waste a bullet. 61 hands. Wow. Seems so short. Player. So now this time it's in sync with the chop. I don't know if you believe me or not. It's gonna go one way or the other. Because if it went against it, you're gonna go, oh, this thing always goes against the chop. It's always looking to go against the chop. No, it's not. And there it won. So we got most of that $5 that we lost back. Yeah, I could have went to the second level. Yes, I could have. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's just risk management. Remember, it's risk management. So here I can go banker, player, banker. And we just have to wait for a couple. That's why I like playing on speed. On super speed. Super speed is too fast. I don't even know why they make super speed. It's ridiculous. So banker wins. Again, if it goes to one more banker, we're going to go look for another shoe. That's just me. That's more to say about me than it does the application. You already saw I picked a shoe that was short on hands left. Wouldn't matter if we won. And my cheat sheet says we won again. Thank you. But that also allows us to continue, because if this goes banker, we got a banker, player, banker. Right? I also could have went banker, banker, player, banker. You see the options that you have as you're playing hit and run. It's no different than me going out and finding another shoe. I went banker again. Should we give that a shot? We'll give that a shot. Show you that the system will overcome it anyway. It's just me. Now, if I'm in a recovery mode, I absolutely wouldn't be playing here. Just because it's me. But we won. See, the system didn't have a problem with that at all. See, but now if I go back in, and if it's a player, I'm going to be sitting here for too long. If it's a banker, I could be sitting here for one hand, but I'd prefer to go find another flat shoe. So we're almost halfway there. 24 bucks. We would have been up another $5 if I didn't. $10 if I didn't pick the wrong shoe. Player shoe. Here's a banker shoe, but that looks awfully deep into the shoe. Player shoe. Banker, player, banker. 45 hands in, and we got a player. So at least we got a little bit of room here to play. Remember, this little swoop, that's where I screwed up. Didn't have a long enough shoe to play. I mean, it still would have been a swoop. It still lost, but it would have picked up a higher curve. It would have went up here, continued up. Remember, Puff 2 recovers quickly, and you make more money. It's really just a grand Marty. Keep an eye on my cheat sheet. And thank you. So here we've got a player, banker, bet. Ooh, we'll go for that. We'll go for that banker. I mean, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it can't win. Oh, actually, if I look at the drive roads, banker's actually a good bet. And reading the derived roads. And we lost. That one. So now we go up to step 2. So we were only 4 units, I believe, away from getting to our goal. So we had said 7 wins and 2 losses. Thank you. See how much more that just jumps right up there? So now we're really two and a piece of a unit away from completing this goal. The banker shoe. You can also hit delete here a couple times, and we can get down to a banker shoe. Go banker, player, banker, player. There's a couple different ways that we can do this. And in order to, if you go, oh, there's a shoe that looks like it should be good for you. Again, we never know till the results come out, but in this case, it's going against the chop, and I'm 2 and a piece of a unit above. So the most I would go for here would be 3 units. If it would be mean and take me to the third bet. When I go to the fourth bet, I'm not going to add another unit on. And I didn't need to. Bang. Thank you. Hit my goal. Hit my goal. Well, hit that unit. So now we're still $6.50 away. So still close to 2 units. So we've got a banker, player, banker, banker. And the banker takes it again. So let's go player for $5. So we know here that 2 units is going to be the most I'm going to do. And I'm not ashamed if I go over by a couple bucks. I don't need to go over by a full unit over my goal. Be a great time for a player. But now I know I'm just martingaling from here on. No more adding a unit. Uh-oh. It just wants to go to... So hopefully that banker streak continues. And that 5% commission will take care of some of that extra that I had. Thank you. So 52 bucks, right? So we just hit that bucket goal. So again, what would have happened if this went to crap and I lost 5 units in a row? Well, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna watch the rest of that shoe, and I'm gonna track it on the app. I could either turn the red light on, it doesn't matter. I just want to see how many L's it ended up having, but I'm not going to continue to play in that shoe. I'm going to go find another shoe, and we're going to increase our unit size. In my case, I go up to $25 units. So if I lose that $25 bet, well, then I get out a box of tissues, and I cry a little bit, and then I just start right back over again. That is a number that I can get back within a day or two in order to recover that. If I put if I go 5 times that, right? I mean, yeah, I could certainly get that back. The chance of getting, hitting that again is very, very low, but it is a chance, right? That how many days is that going to set me back? I'd rather just get set back 2-3 days instead of 10 days and go, okay, now we're really going to start this over again. So take that 2 or 3 days because you're making hopefully good money, or at least if you're bankroll building, you're still making good money building your bankroll. So don't be in a hurry to increase your base bet until you've had that bankroll built up to where you can sustain a loss, right? You can sustain that level 2 loss before you go, okay, we're gonna increase this bet size up, because you don't want to ever be putting your whole bankroll at risk. You're putting your buy-in at risk. Again, you should have multiple buy-ins, so that way you're not affecting your bankroll. And with that, I'm going to get off my my lecture stand, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Mike the Gambling Guy, I'm out.